Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Fitness Education Series produced by the Australian Fitness Academy. It's like progressive overload for your brain. I'm your host, Tom Rock, and today's episode I'm just going to touch on some tips for maintaining your fitness over the holidays. So hopefully everyone's had a good Christmas period, catch up with friends and family, and have a nice time enjoying everyone's company. And generally this time period of year, a lot of people are on holidays or they're not working, so they're relaxing, and they might go away, Christmas, New Year's, that sort of thing. So I think it's a good little topic just to touch on. That can be quite good to think about potentially, especially if you go away, travel for a couple of weeks, and you are looking to sort of maintain your fitness over that period of time. It's not always easy, especially we come off the back of Christmas where it's generally a busy time of year, so maybe we do miss some gym sessions, or we're eating a lot of food as well, which is always good. So yeah, how do we maintain our fitness sort of over the holidays? It might be this time of year, but it might be at other time points in year. If you do go away for 2 or 3 weeks at a time, or you travel, it's not always easy to maintain your fitness. But I think it's a good thing to potentially do, especially if you go for a long period of time. Like, fitness is sometimes a habit that we get into, and we want to try fit that in as best we can. So if we do go away for 2 or 3 weeks, or we don't have access to a gym for 2 or 3 weeks, how do we maintain our fitness? So when we come back, we've made sure we haven't regressed too much, and it's okay to regress. If you go away and do nothing for 2 weeks, we'll sort of discuss a little bit, but it's not the end of the world. You're not going to just lose everything you've ever sort of worked towards for the last year. It doesn't work like that, so which is good news. So yeah, just some quick tips, I guess, on maintaining it. So I guess the first one is if you're traveling, if you don't have a gym, I think resistance or exercise resistance bands are a really good tool to maintain your fitness. They're super portable. They don't take up much room. So if you're going overseas, you can easily fit them in your luggage or in your bag. If you're just chucking your bag in the car, put a few resistance bands in there. You can get them from Rebel Sport. You can even get them from Kmart these days, I think, with some different resistance profiles. But a resistance band is super, super versatile. Even with one band, you can generally do a quick full body session that's going to sort of at least help you maintain some fitness. With basically that's the only piece of equipment you need, and you can get a little bit of a workout in. So things like band resisted bent over rows, like band resisted squats. You can do bicep curls, tricep extensions. You can do push-ups, and you can have the band adding resistance for push-ups. So you put the band around your back and do some push-ups. That way, if you Google resistance band exercises, you'll probably find heaps. So probably my number one tip would be to, if you don't own resistance band, get one or get two and take them with you. And then yeah, once every second day, just get the resistance bands out. It might take you 20 minutes. You can even do something in 15 minutes. Do a quick little resistance band circuit, get a little bit in. It's going to help maintain that fitness level, and you're going to at least feel like you've done something over the time period, and you come back and you won't be you'll still move well, and you won't feel like you haven't done anything for 2 or 3 weeks. So resistance band is probably the number one tip. If you can do that, great. Get one of those in your bag, and just look to get something in once every 2 or 3 days. A little full body circuit is quite doable in 15 to 20 minutes, and it's going to keep you feeling good. If you don't have that, don't have access to a resistance band, definitely body weight stuff. There's not a whole lot you can do, but you can definitely do lunges, squats, single leg Romanian deadlifts like arabesques. You can do push-ups. If you can find a bar or outside somewhere, you do some chin-ups, a really good option. So some sort of body weight stuff is your next best go-to. So lots of options there as well that you can sort of suss out online or come up with yourself. But a little body weight circuit is going to help. Doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be huge, doesn't have to be lengthy in time, but push yourself a little bit to help maintain. And then in terms of aerobic fitness, obviously running is something that is probably a lot of people potentially do to keep fit. If you don't, that's okay. But if you're usually on a treadmill or you're usually on a bike or swimming, maybe take up running for a couple of weeks. You don't have to run a lot, but pack your runners and just if you go away for 2 weeks, if you get 1 or 2 runs in at that time, 1 run a week, that's going to help you maintain your aerobic capacity until you get back and you can sort of get that regular training going again. So lots of options there. Like, you don't have to do a heap, but do what you can. I think be realistic. So if you go away for 2 weeks, you don't have to train every second day. Or if you're usually at the gym 4 days a week, or you run 3 days a week, it's okay to not do that. If you resistance train once per week, that's going to be enough to maintain your muscle mass. And aerobic capacity, if you run once a week, that'll pretty much maintain it for a short period of time. You're not going to just straight away regress. Generally, your aerobic capacity will maintain for around a month if you don't do anything. Depends on training status, all sorts of stuff, but usually that decline is a bit slower. Strength training, generally within 2 weeks of not doing anything, you start to see decreases in strength and things like that. But again, that's not doing anything, and it's not like you lose everything. So you just come back and build back up, and you'll probably get it back in 1 to 2 months anyway. So even if you go away and do nothing, you don't have to fret that you come back and you're going to be completely lose everything. Build back up slowly, ease back into your training, but it's going to come back very, very quickly. So don't worry about it. It's also probably a good tip for maintaining your fitness over the holidays. If you are away and you want to focus on having fun, enjoying time with your family, friends, whatever you're doing, just enjoy that and then come back and you can get back into your training regime when you come in. But yeah, as I said, if you can do some resistance band, a full body resistance band circuit once, potentially twice a week, that's going to be plenty to keep a little bit of stimulus to hopefully maintain as much as you can over that time period without taking a heap of your time out of your holidays where you just want to relax and unwind, and that's definitely okay. So yeah, take the time to unwind, and if you want to fit in a quick run or a quick little circuit, do that with a resistance band. It's a really good tool. Maybe just do some morning mobility, keep the joints feeling good. So even if you don't train and do any resistance training, get some mobility done, do some stretching at night. So when you do come back and you're trying to squat or deadlift or whatever it is, get in different positions, overhead press, your body still feels like it's been moving, and your joints are moving well, and your muscles are not sort of tight and restricted. So mobility, even just if you do a couple of weeks and you do a bit of mobility and work on that for a couple of weeks, that's really easy to do, and sort of maintain that movement. But yeah, as I said, 2 weeks, you're not going to lose a whole lot, guys. So yeah, get a little bit in with a resistance band, but you don't have to go trying to grind yourself out, find a gym and do 2-hour sessions because you're going to lose all your gains. Yeah, enjoy the holidays, get a little session, body weight even, to keep yourself moving. But yeah, once you get back, plenty of time to get that training consistent again, and see all those results. Anyway, guys, that's it for this episode. If you do have any questions or anything, please send an email to tom@afa.com.au. If you got any topics you'd like me to cover, get in touch as well. But keep enjoying your holidays, guys. I hope you have a great New Year's, and hopefully, yeah, lots of good stuff coming for the podcast in the new year. So keep reaching out and let me know what you want to hear about. Other than that, guys, have a great week. I'll talk to you all soon.